welcome to VLOGOWEEN 2018. My name's Gemma, welcome to my channel. We're in the middle or well over halfway through now, VLOGOWEEN. If you missed any of it and you like Halloween themed content, just click on the playlist which is entitled VLOGOWEEN 2018 and you'll be able to see the entire month's back catalogue of Halloween videos that I've done, and there's been a lot. There has been a lot because we've done one every day. There's been a mixture of hauls, spooky videos, ghost hunting, ghost stories. Today we're going to be looking at a collection of postcards that I've been collecting. This one's in like a handy little book so I can show you. They are vintage Halloween illustrations really, which were used for postcards back in the day. I think most of these postcards originate from the USA. They're mainly drawn by a lady called Ellen Clapsaddle, and she was illustrating in between the periods of 1865 and 1934. There was also a lady called Frances Brundage, I think you pronounce her name, and she was also illustrating the similar sort of content around the period of 1854 and 1937. These two illustrators or artists, whatever you like to call them, they are my favourite sort of Halloween pictures. I discovered this book on Amazon, which is just postcards really. It's called The Old Fashioned Halloween Cards. There's 24 cards in there, and it basically is just the postcards in there, and they're perforated so you can rip them out, which is something I've not been able to do. Now, I did buy these cards. It's going to sound really selfish now. I was going to send these out to people that I know for Halloween, but then when I saw them I just wanted to keep them all, to be honest. I'll just read you what it says on the back. It's edited by Gabriella Oldham, and it says, "Headless horsemen, ugly witches, devils and demons. These frightful Halloween symbols have captured the imagination of the young and old alike for generations. In the early decades of this century, though not all images associated with the night of goblins and ghouls displayed sinister qualities, as revealed in these delightfully light-hearted cards issued between 1900 and 1930. Bringing a fairy tale quality to the holiday, these vintage cards, many with charming rhymes, recall the romantic nature of the long-ago Halloweens, with festive scenes of kids and cats, witches and bats, jack-o'-lanterns, fortune-telling, pranks and white-sheeted ghosts." These 24 full-coloured cards in this captivating collection include now rare illustrations by two popular artists of the period, Ellen Clapsaddle, 1865 to 1934, and Frances Brundage, 1854 to 1937. These rosy-cheeked and startled youngsters became their trademarks, perfect for sharing warm thoughts of friendship during a magical night. These easily detachable cards are sure to please youngsters of all ages. And there's the front of the book. So, and when you look at these, they're just so magical. Inside the front page of this book, there is a little instruction. I'll read little bits of it out for you because it's quite long. It just says, "Modern day Halloween celebrations are symbolic extensions of ancient pagan rituals to appease and avert the wandering spirits. All Hallows Eve. The rich lore of this mysterious holiday was vividly depicted in the colourful artistry of Halloween postcards between 1900 and 1930. So it seems to be that sending postcards was the thing to do during this period of time, a little bit like texting or sending photos. It says, "Apple dunking, fortune-telling pranks, premonitions, human supernatural relevers and obscure superstitions are all treated in meticulous detail, making Halloween postcards highly prized among holiday card collectors." The images here provide a small but vivid sampling of light-hearted Halloween postcard illustrations, particularly featured, and then they number 3, 6, 7, 8, 10, 16 is the work of Helen H. Chapsaddle, 1865 to 1934. And it says, ruddy-cheeked innocent children populated her cards and became her trademark, although she produced a variety of subjects for thousands of signed and unsigned holiday cards during her productive years. Her international, with International Art Publishing Co. and later with Wolf Brothers, her Halloween children and benevolent cats are lovingly textured and bold, subtle in detail. So those were the cards number 3. So that one. I really do love that one actually. That's one of my favourite pictures. I don't know if it's featured. I think it is featured. I'm just looking at my wreath that I bought from HomeSense last year. I'm looking at that now. It's obviously based on the illustrations of this artist. That's what she was known for, I think, when they say the ruddy-cheeked children. And I watched another video on YouTube where there was a man, he was showing his card collection, and he was saying she was one of the first Halloween artists that actually drew children to look like children, whereas there was some other designers where they would just have like adult faces with a small body, and that was a popular way to draw children in this time. But this artist, she actually drew them like to have like childlike faces. I just love the way that jack-o'-lantern is peeping through the window, and he doesn't really look sinister, does he? But then the little boy looks like quite frightened there, but in like sort of you know, he's not petrified, is he? He's just a bit worried. So that was number 3, and then they also referenced 6, which is this one, which is also super cute, and it's that one saying have a happy Halloween with the boy with the jack-o'-lantern on. And again, he's got that similar face as the other boy. And then we also want to look at 7 and 8, which are here. A Merry Halloween with my favourite design, which you all know, is the jack-o'-lantern with the cat peeping out. And then number 8 is Halloween greetings, and look at that boy. He's also featured in a similar, well, the children are very similar on my wreath, because I know, because they're reading the Ye Olde Ghost stories. And then he's, what's in the window is a grinning cat, one of my other favourite illustrations. They were all drawn by Clapsaddle. And they also referenced us to look at 8, 10 and 16, which are over here. A Merry Halloween, which is that one, sorry. And it's also got a little poem on it. It says, it's Halloween when little boys are frightened by the slightest noise and little girls run off to bed and climbing quick to hide their head. And the documentary that I watched on YouTube, the gentleman, I think he was a relative of this lady, and he was saying she actually wrote the little poems as well. They were also her work. And number 16 they told us to look at, which is this one, A Happy Halloween, and that's really pretty, isn't it? They're obviously picking a jack-o'-lantern off the shelf, and there's a little dog also featured in the pictures. So they're really nice. I'll show you all of the photos in a minute. I'm just reading through this. And then they talk about the other artist, Frances Brundage. She produced a smaller quantity of Halloween work. She wasn't on such a vast scale as Clapsaddle. And it said her touch was softer, creating a mellow festivity. She focuses on children, but where Clapsaddle's children always looked like they were, you know, frightened and shivering. Her children weren't. There was no fright in the Brundage celebrations, it says. And then it tells us to have a look at number 11, 12, what was it, 11, 12 and 24. So we've got, so yeah, you can see the difference. There's a little boy, he's got a happy face on with a scaredy cat and a pumpkin. And then this one here is a little girl there. I like these illustrations. She's holding up a little kitten, that's really cute. I like those ones. I think I prefer, I like both of them equally actually, but I do like the little bit of horror that's featured into Pap Saddle's work. So now I've been told about that, now I can sort of see the difference in their works. Anyway, let's just have a quick look through. It does also say on the introduction, although a great number of postcards from this era run wild with frightful Halloween symbols, skeletons, ugly witches, devils and ghosts, and vegetable creatures that rise from the field to trick unwary mortals, the cards produced here recall the benign playfulness of the holiday. They revive the golden age of postcards that celebrated Halloween through the mail as a time to laugh at fear, exercise the imagination and share warm thoughts of friendship, love and happiness. So that's really nice, isn't it? Let's have a look at all these cards there. Comment down below which ones are your favourites. I mean, I like all of these. I like this cat one here. Friendly fairy, witch or faithful, the wish you wish today. Oh, and this one's cute too. She looks like she's a bit worried by this pumpkin, but he looks equally as worried by her. Halloween greetings, the clock's on midnight, and the little rhyme says, spooks and witches are busy tonight, anxious to put good children to fright. Let's get together to ward off the charm, laugh and be merry and forget all alarm. And of course there's my favourites there, especially this one. I really like these two. Yeah, these two are probably my favourites. These three, and I like that one too. And then we'll go on to this page. These are nice. I'm not sure who these are designed by, but I watched another YouTube video by somebody who collected the original postcards, and he liked this sort of design. He said it was always featuring like a beautiful lady, and then there would be something creepy that would be watching over her, like we have an owl here and we have the pumpkin. This one just says, Halloween, if in the mirror your lover is seen, you'll surely be happy on Halloween. So that's another like whimsical take on Halloween, a bit more of a romantic side to it, which I think was the case many years ago. It wasn't so much, when these cards were produced, it was more of an adult holiday. It wasn't a children's holiday at all. It was more focused on adults, whereas now it's more for children really, isn't it? And then this one's cute. It's got a little rhyme on it. It's somebody carving a jack-o'-lantern. It's Halloween when little boys are frightened by the slightest noise and little girls run off to bed and climb back in quick to hide their head. A smiley boy again. These one, I also like these ones, which are, I mean, I don't know if they are pumpkin creatures that have risen from the pumpkin patch, or it's trick-or-treater with a pumpkin head mask on. It just says, watch your step for it's Halloween, the time when witches and spooks convene. And there's a cat there and a big old rat. There's a cute little witch girl there. And this one is one of my favourites as well. Supposing a ghostie ran after you. I like that one. Some of these I'm going to put into frames, like a little cheap picture frames I hopefully get from the pound shop or Home Bargains somewhere. Comment down below if you know where I could get some cheap frames, because I want to put a couple of these up actually, and not just for Halloween, like for all year round. So I think so far out of these ones I'd like to put in frames, probably these two, maybe that one there, and maybe that one. Oh, and definitely that one. I like that one. I think that one would make a nice picture all year round for somebody who likes Halloween like me anyway. And these ones are all super fun. They're all like the sort of the same one. The first one here, we've got Sing a Song of Halloween, pumpkins everywhere. Cats and bats and witches are flying through the air. That one's nice. And then over here, I love these cats and pumpkin themes, which you know. And then they've got the added little cute extra of like some little mice dressed up running around. It says it's Halloween, I'd like to ring your bell, but not to run away. Why? No, I'd come right in and stay. I'd like the best of everything. So that's a bit like Halloween. These could be like based upon the old, before trick-or-treating there was a tradition over in Europe, well over here really, where people would go from door to door and do like some sort of play production to whoever answered the door, and then they would give them food. There's another one. All the signs of Halloween seem to be about me. I send this card cause I love you. Now really, can you doubt me? So that one's cute. I like that one. That would be nice to send to somebody. And this one's really nice. Big pumpkins fat and witches lean, by coal black cats with eyes of green, by all the magic ever seen, I wish you luck this Halloween. And then that witch is what I like that picture too. I really like this picture. He looks like he's about to gobble up this little boy. There, and that's all of them. So there's 24 cards in there. I might keep them in the book. I don't know, but I'm going to have to rip them out. But I've also got another collection which came from Amazon also, and you've got all of these cards. I can't remember. I think they've gone up in price on Amazon since I bought these. This is the thing. I bought these a little bit before Halloween, and then around Halloween everything jumps up on Amazon, doesn't it? But these have got some really nice pictures. It just doesn't say like who they're by, so you'd have to do a little bit of research if you wanted to find out the artist. And the cards in this book, I don't know, they might seem a little bit better quality card than those ones, and the print is definitely could be better quality. Not much, but it does look like it's copied better. And on the back you get like the actual postcard if you did want to send them out. And it says just where it's come from, the old, because the woman that wrote this book. So I thought that was a bit of an added extra, where these ones just say postcard on the back. There's a stamp mark this side for the address only, so you have to write your address that side. There's nothing about what the images are, what they're called, or who drew them. But this one's really nice. The Harmless Charms of Halloween. I thought that one was really quite nice to send. They're bobbin apples. Have you ever played bobbin apples? I was talking about that in one of my other videos. Don't know if it's gone up yet. This one's nice also. Just love these vintage pictures. Halloween. And I really like this one. I just love the way that witch is looking through at the children there. Don't think they've realised they're doing bobbing apples as well. We used to do bobbing apples when I was a child in the 1980s, and 1980s, early 90s. I think we still did bobbing apples, but I don't know if they still do that anymore. Comment down below if the children do still do bobbing apples. I don't know of any. I've not heard any of my friends talking about their children bobbing for apples. Or that other game where they used to hang down on the piece of string. Charms of the Witching Hour. That's a nice one. That's a bit creepy really. She's got like a rabbit head on the top of her broomstick. And she's got a white cat, so that's an unusual drawing, isn't it? To have a white cat instead of a black cat. I really love the moon face there, can you see it? Really love that. There's another, witches seem to be the theme of the day on these ones. She's cuddling a cat. She sat on a big old pumpkin. It just says Halloween. Another one. These look like they're drawn by the same person. So I'd have to find out who that was, but I really like her. She's making a, looks like it's a love potion, because can you see there's a heart inside that bottle? She's heating up there. A little cat with a collar, similar to hers at the top, and a spooky owl. And you can see a spider web in the corner there as well. This one is lovely. Oh, this one's creepy too. The Halloween lantern. And there's a witch there. They don't look wicked though, do they, these witches? This is what the gentleman was talking about in his video. All of this must be the artist he was talking about, because he was saying that instead of, whereas witches had always been like wicked old ladies, hags, they started to make them into just like, you know, beautiful ladies. I just love the face on that moon. How creepy is that? And how creepy is that cat's face? Hopefully the camera is showing you properly. Creepy. Oh, this one's nice. I love the lady's dress on there. Can you see the way they're like black faces on the dress? And again, that creepy face moon. I'm thinking some of these are going to have to go into the frame as well. All Halloween. This one is definitely going in a frame. This is the one the gentleman was talking about on his video. I didn't realise I had it in this collection. Look at that. It looks like it's a lady there. Whether she's a witch, I don't know. She's got a hood, a black hood, and a candle. It says Happy Halloween. But what I'm most excited about is those goblins behind her. They're definitely goblins, aren't they? Look how magical that is. Really love that picture. And it really reminds me of my favourite film, Labyrinth, just because there's goblins. And the way they're all there. The way in the film Labyrinth, they sort of all sit together with their heads like that. Maybe that's where Jim Henson got the idea to have them like that from. Because I'm guessing that this is quite a famous illustration. Oh, this one's nice too. Look, this is a devil. The Halloween Witch's Wand. Well, she's a witch, but she looks like a devil. Or some sort of lobster. And look at all those demon-y goblins coming out of the lantern. They are creepy. These ones are definitely more creepy than the children illustrations that we just looked at. I really like this one. The Halloween cauldron. Look at those faces peering over the steam of her cauldron. In the fire's light gleam, by the moon's pale light, in the cauldron's steam on Halloween night. I love that. That one could go into a frame. I'll end up with like millions of pictures in frames here. Halloween greetings, that one's nice too. I'm going to have to put these in like a photo album or something, I think, to keep them nice. Oh, this one's nice. Wish you luck on Halloween. Lovely. A Halloween nightmare. Oh, this is pretty spooky. There's a young girl there. She's sitting in the maze. And there's a spooky bat by the moon, an owl, a wicked old witch. Can you see her peering around the maze? And then there's a toad and a spooky pumpkin cat. Oh, I missed out the clown. Look at the clown. How spooky is he? This one's nice. Oh, I like this one too. This one would be nice in a frame as well. Again, it's got goblins on it. The window there with the moon shining through, the lady's asleep. But I love the way it's a mixture of actual fairies and the goblins there. I really like that picture. It's Halloween time. Oh, that's really nice. That's one of my favourites. You can go there. I think they're all my favourites. This is probably going to be a long video. If you're not interested in these cards, feel free to skip ahead because there's quite a few to go. Halloween greetings, that's cool because you can see the witch in the in the shape of the sky in the clouds. A girl with a pumpkin. I'll try and speed through them a bit now. That one's cool. Look at that pumpkin man, and there's also some devils there. Again, the pretty lady of that pumpkin man's pretty creepy. Oh, this one's nice and creepy. This one's really nice, I like this. Another sort of maiden girl in the field, and then got these pumpkins spelling out Halloween. And the bit that I like the most is I love the cat, the way he's pouring up her dress. And then there's a moon, creepy moon there. That one's really pretty too. This one's super cool. There's witches dancing in a circle around a massive pumpkin with that sinister moon. I'm not sure whether this should go into a frame as well. I'm going to have to sort out my favourite ones. I'll put it in my favourite pile. And that, she's pretty cool too. Again, it's these faces on these moons. I absolutely love them. And oh, there's even faces in the trees if you look carefully. That's a nice one. Such a nice illustration. There's a creepy witch with some demons behind her sitting on a pumpkin. Another witch sitting on a pumpkin. This one's cool. For ways that are dark and tricks that are vain, look out, Halloween time. I like that one too. I like these ones with these like strange oldie messages on them. This one's cool, a bit more of a wicked witch. When the owl and witch together are seen, there's mischief brewing on Halloween. I like that one. She looks sort of creepy but not. And that's all of them. So I've shown you them all. We've gone through all of those together. I hope you enjoyed seeing them as much as I enjoyed them. I've been watching a few other YouTube videos where they've been showing these vintage cards, and so I was super excited when I could get my own, and hoping to start some sort of collection of them. Mine are just reproduction postcards, obviously. But they're still so nice to have, and hopefully I'll get some picture frames to pop them in, and I'll probably might put them up like after or on Halloween, after Halloween, and I'll keep them up all year round because I just think they're nice designs which do make me feel a bit cheerful. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you have a really awesome Halloween. I hope you've enjoyed my series of Halloween stuff. As always, take care, thanks for watching, and stay spooky. Bye!